Welcome. In this video I'm going to be taking a look at this Adakiit Car Emergency Kit. So this was provided to me by the distributor, but they're not compensating me for this video and they're not reviewing it before I post it. If you find this video helpful and you want to purchase one of these, I'll put a link to it in the description on Amazon, and if you use that link it helps me out a little bit and doesn't cost you anything extra. So this kit's in this nice case here, has a carry handle on it. We have a reflective stripe here. Let's get it open. So with it open, we see some mesh. So you could put items in this outer layer and separate them from the main kit. So lots of things in here. We have gloves. So I'm around 6 foot, 200 pounds. These gloves are a little tight. And I say they're a little tight, but they do fit me. In an emergency situation, I'm not looking for perfect. So if I had to change a spare tire, these will work well for me. And they have that rubber grip on there. So those are very nice. We have an air pressure gauge, reads up to 50 psi. First aid kit. Here we have tweezers, whistle. I guess I'll get all of this out. Looks like there's quite a bit in here. So we have that wrap, the gauze, cotton swabs, emergency blanket, 10 bandages. This says triangle bandage. It looks almost like a sling there. Some tweezers, whistle, very loud. Some scissors, pins. Look in here. Okay, and so this is a little multi-tool. Here's a list of all the things on there. So you have a bottle opener, wrench, screwdriver, ruler, things like that. It looks like it's made of stainless steel. I'll get that back in later. Here we have a reflective vest. You can see it's a bright color and it has a reflective stripe on it. So this is super important. If you're out on the highway at night, say fixing a tire or something, you really want people to be able to see you. So you should really have one of these in all of your cars. So that's a nice addition. Here we have a flashlight. Let's pull that out. So this takes a AA battery. I'll go get a battery for it. So I have that AA battery in there, and there we can turn that on. So that is an LED light. Got a decent amount of light. You could change a tire with it or something. Now, we all carry lights on our cell phones now, but in an emergency situation, you may not want to run your battery down using your light on your phone. It's nice to have a flashlight like that. Let's pull this open. Okay, this is nice. So what we have here is a triangle, like so. So if you pull over on the highway in an emergency, you put this out. You could even put it up the road a little bit. When cars drive by, this will reflect off their headlights and let them know that you're ahead and help keep you safe. Here we have toe strap. It seems to be about 10 foot in length. Here we have a screwdriver. It's double-ended, Phillips and flathead. This is a window breaker, seatbelt cutter, hammer tool. So this is in this bag, but you'd probably want to put this in a center console. So if you got in an accident or maybe you were submerged underwater, you can get your console, pull this out, and break your window and cut your seatbelt with it. So you don't want to have to dig in the back of your car for this in an emergency. So you really want that up front. Here we have some electrical tape that could be used for a number of things. You could fix electrical issues. You could even maybe wrap this around a hose that's leaking for a quick patch until you get to a repair facility. And then last but not least, we have jumper cables. And these look nice and heavy duty. So you want to read the directions here. It talks about how to connect it. So you want to connect the jumper cables in this order. You want to connect the positive to the bad battery, and then you want positive to the good battery. So that would be the red cable. And then you want the negative to the good battery. And then finally you want to take the last negative and clamp it onto a good ground like the engine block on the dead car. So go over that before you need it and understand that. So if you get in a situation where you have to jump, you're not in a rush and you know how to do it properly. So I'm going to take this triangle outside, maybe this vest, and I'll set it up, and I'll shine a light at it at a distance, and we'll see how reflective it is. Then I'll come back here and I'll sum it up. Okay, so I have a volunteer about 50 foot from me with the safety vest on, and I also have the triangle next to them. Let me turn on my bright flashlight, and you can see that's lighting up very well, and you can see that safety triangle there too. Now this is showing a lot more in person than it is on camera, but it's very visible. Of course, this is from 50 foot away, but this would show up from a lot further away, and headlights will be brighter. But you can see those stripes on that vest is a reflective material, so it's actually shining the headlights back at the person in the car. Okay, so I'm out here in my garage. It's pitch black looking down at the tire. Let me turn on the little flashlight, and here we go. So this is providing plenty of light to do something like change a tire. I could also peek around in the hood with it. Let's point it towards the end of the garage, and you can see the light it projects. Let's take a quick look at attaching a tow strap to a car. So this is a Subaru Outback. It comes with an anchor point you can thread into the front or the back. Now these are, I think they're called tow hooks. Now you wouldn't want to recover this from a deep ravine, but maybe you have a disabled car and you want to pull it off the road into a parking lot. You could clip that on there, clip the other end to your tow vehicle, and pull that out. But you do want to research what your car is capable of and what the tow vehicle is capable of before you do this, and learn how to do this safely and do it ahead of time so in an emergency you know what you're doing. And here we have the hook on the front of my Land Cruiser. So I can loop that over there, and I could use this vehicle to, for instance, pull the other vehicle. Okay, so here I have the tire pressure gauge. You want to try and get this on as straight as possible. So I'm currently at 30, I'm a little low. I want to put a little air in this tire. You should really check your tires regularly. Tire pressure can affect things like stopping distance, but also it can affect the wear of your tires. So here are the jumper cables. I'm not jumping this car, I'm just showing how they fit on a battery, but you can see these open up really wide, so you can fit those right on the terminal. Now you want to make sure when these are connected to a battery, the other ends are not touching. You don't want to short these out. There's a lot of amperage going through a battery. So that's the Adakiit Car Emergency Kit. So this kit has a little bit of everything. When you're in an emergency, you don't know exactly what you'll need. I've been in plenty of situations where I could have used numerous of these things. I've been on a highway at night changing a tire. I could have used this vest and the triangle. I could have even used the flashlight. This was well before cell phone lights. I've had situations where I've had to be jumped and jump start cars. I've never been in a situation where I've needed to cut a seatbelt or break a window, but you never know when that could happen. And that's the whole point of emergency kit. It has things in here you may not know you need, but they are there just in case. So that's all I'm going to cover in this video. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments. If you like this video, please click like. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, I'd appreciate it if you could do that. And thanks for watching. Until next time, goodbye.